Well, there's something in the new Biden stimulus package that most everybody could get. Actually, over about almost 50 million people are eligible for this program that gives out cash. It can be up to $12,000 or more. It's not a stimulus check, and the problem is it's run through the IRS, so people. You got to fill a tax form, but you don't have to pay any taxes. If you don't owe any taxes, you don't have to do it. It's very confusing in a way. But start learning, because I think it's very important. And next year is going to be very important about this, because it doesn't really take effect till next year when you pay your taxes. But you may start getting stimulus checks this year. They think maybe by the middle of the year they'll send it out, and it's really for people with children and no children. So it's a funny thing, but it's called the Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC. We've always had this for many, many, many years, and it's a way to give money for people with lower income who are working, and they get money somewhere else, but it's not enough. Like here, now I have it broken down the year 2020. That's this year. So if you pay taxes this year and you have some income, doesn't have to be a lot, and it's under $50,000 for a single and $56,000 for a double, then you could get up to $6,000 per child. Not per child, if you have three children, you get about $6,000. But if you have seven, you still get $6,000. But if you have no children, you get $500. Okay, so that's for the taxes you pay this year. Now next year, the income limits won't be $50,000; it'll be $75,000. So this is going to double the number of people who are eligible for this grant money from the IRS. But they won't know because it's not a form you fill out. You got to fill out a tax return. So it's really screwed up. But even now, there's about 20% of the people that are eligible for this, $6,000 cash. They don't apply. They don't realize they're eligible, or they don't have to file taxes. Maybe they only make $5,000, $6,000. So they don't have to file taxes. So they don't file to get this. So that's the problem. And actually, here you could go back. Now, if that's your case, that you didn't know you were eligible, and I'll show you how to figure out if you're eligible or not. You could go back 3 years. So that's why here for 2020, you could get up to $6,000. Next year, you get up to like $12,000 or even more, tell you the truth. And if you haven't filed the last couple of years, you go back and get up to $6,000 a year for 3 years. See, so that's important to do. See, there's money you're leaving on the table because it's part of the tax system and you're afraid of it or whatever. But don't, man, the worst you do is you screw up and they don't give you the money. Who cares? You don't have anything now. And you learn the system. That's good. And I'll show you how to get free tax help too, because that's all out there. You go to your local library or call 211 or findhelp.org and things like that. There's a lot of volunteer organizations that'll help you. The IRS does too, as long as you don't make under over, I think, $72,000. They'll help you do it all for free. So that's not an issue. Okay, let me go through this slowly again. Okay, you're going to pay taxes this year. Okay, now you want to get your EITC application for this year. Okay, now if you go over the IRS, you could see they have a website. Use the EITC assistant. They have just, like the Maytag repairman is sitting over there waiting to answer your questions. And it's a little app that you could see how much you're eligible for on that. So you do that, and then you fill out a 1040. So if you have no really thing, it's just, okay, where'd you get my income from? Put it in there, and maybe made $5,000 on something, or you have somebody help you with this. But also over here on the second page, look at this, EIC, see, Earned Income Credit. That's the only thing you have to know different. Everything else, if you did it before, whatever, It's same. Don't worry about it. Now, the other thing you do, you go and get that form from the Earned Income Credit form, okay? And you just fill out that. It's for kids. And look at one page. That's it. Bim, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And like I say, you can get help from local nonprofits if you have, or just go right on the IRS site. They have ways to do it for free there. And it is just a lot of money that you're leaving on the table. Where is that? Oh, here it is. And then go back and file for past years. The government is the largest source of money and free money in the world, man. So you want to get all of that first because you're all eligible. Listen to this. 5 million people did not apply for this, okay? When there were only what is it? So 5 million didn't apply, and that represents 20%. So that's 20 million, right? Or 25 million. No, 20 million. You're right. Oh, that's 25%. Yeah, I forget what it was, 1 in 5 or 1 in 4. But now that over 100 million, over 50 million are eligible for this because they increased the income from 50,000 to 75,000. A lot more people are going to be eligible for this that they were never eligible for before. So that's what you have to remember. So that's underneath that. So you have a couple making less than $150,000. See, that's what's poor now. We have a new definition of poor. People making $150,000 now are poor. You live long enough, you see lots of weird stuff. If you haven't lived long, it doesn't look weird to you. So that's what's going on. So you have the one for people with no kids, and that's up to $1,500, $1,200, $1,200. What was it? I think it's $1,500. Yeah, I forget. $1,200, $1,500. Don't bet the farm me. When you fill out the form, the real information will be there. I don't even play an accountant on TV. I'm an MBA, but I'm sloppy. I just do too many things. So if you're not if you don't have, let's see, where is it? I know, 1,500. That's right. For no kids, you get 1,500, and that's for next year. You have to fill that out. So this year you get 500. Now, also, if you didn't file last year, you go back and go 2017, 2018, and 2019. File those, and you get another $1,500. So if you're sitting there with no children and didn't realize you could get that money, you file. Now, you have to have some working income. So you have to have some kind of income to be able to do that. So check the rules, call up the free help for tax. It's worth it. Somebody's going to give you $2,000. Man, who cares if you spend an hour on the phone, trying to find it? So that's what it's all about. Otherwise, you just sit and bitch, boy, I wish I had an extra $2,000. Yes, you do, but you don't know it. Oh, what's that popping up here? So there. Now, here's the people. How many people? This is a think tank in Washington. Say that are going to benefit from the new child tax credit expansion. See, they're expanding it from income of 50 to income of 75,000. So that's 76 million people. 76 million people. Wow, are going to get that extra money. But they have to apply. Actually, for next year, now they hope to start. They just had a hearing yesterday or the day before, Capitol Hill. The IRS will start sending people with children. They'll send you either $200 a month or $250 a month because you get $2,000 for the year for a child over 5 or 6, and $3,600 for a child under, I forget what it is, 5 or 6. I'm getting old, man. I forget the details. So that's important. So you'll be getting checks, and then you have to check if they don't, and then you have to apply for the rest in next year's tax season. Is that complicated? Who cares? I mean, really, if you don't want money, then forget it. Just don't bother. If you want money, this is what the system offers, and learn it. What the hell? You want money? It's cheap. It's easier than getting a job, isn't it? So do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And I'll put this link to all these things in the description on what do you call it? YouTuber. Okay, so I'll put this in a link that you can get all these things I talked about, the links, and follow up. Okay, so follow the money, or show me the money. I am.